Maybe give me an overview of what this e-commerce skimming is.
Well, e-commerce skimming, we kind of need to back up a little bit. In the forensics world, especially in the credit card fraud area, where we're trying to prevent attackers from going in and stealing consumers' credit card data, we really have to look at the point of sale environment first. That's where a lot of this started, was in point of sale, where attackers would go in and place a little device, a little card reader next to a card swipe machine, so that when you swipe your card, it would take that magnetic data and capture it either to a file or send it off to a server somewhere. And that was called card skimming.
And it still happens, but it's not, we're not seeing that, the impact for the physical, the point of sale skimming. We're not seeing the impact for that we're seeing in the online sales now. So we're calling the online scale skimming because it's kind of the same type of thing. They're stealing your credit card information at the point of sale, but it's online now.
Yeah, the attackers took that idea of stealing the card swipe using a skimmer, and they went online with it. They digitized it. When you're at a card not present transaction, you're not swiping your credit card anymore. You're typing that number in.
Right.
And so there are numerous ways that attackers are going about skimming that data now. And it's very similar to them sticking a card reader somewhere to capture that data. But instead of a physical device, they've got to basically inject some code somewhere. And we'll talk more about that. But they're going to inject some code somewhere, either on a server or on a client, that's going to harvest that card data, either as it's typed in right on the client's computer, or back on the server, or in any one of the third parties along the way.
Right. And I'm just going to clarify for a second. We have a lot of listeners who don't take credit card payments. And so they might be wondering, why does this apply to them? And here's why it's important. Anytime you're typing something into a field on a website, like with these credit cards, you could also have other critical sensitive information, like healthcare data, like your name and your phone number and your address, like your social security number. Anytime you have sensitive information that needs to be protected and it's being typed into a website, the same things we're going to talk about today with Aaron in relation to the credit card industry can also be used to take your sensitive information that is not credit card related. So I hope that helps clarify why this is actually important across the board and not just to people taking credit cards. Thanks for watching. To watch more episodes of SecurityMetrics podcast, click on the box on the left. If you prefer to listen to this podcast, it's available on all your favorite podcast platforms. See you on the slopes.